on. Cut it out. Just bolted these two containers together. We've just got so much going on. This is the other side here. We're going to cut it out with the plasma cutter. So this is the beginning of our guest house remodeling situation out here. We're trying to get this first back room painted, and I don't know if you can tell in this light, but we were trying to paint this popcorn ceiling, which if anybody's done that, you know the struggle. You can kind of see here, we were painting in the dark last night. We were up till about 11 o'clock doing this, and we missed so many spots just because we couldn't tell the difference. This is a light color. I mean, it's just kind of an off-white, maybe a little bit of a tan. European linen is what that color is called, I guess. So I gotta finish this. I want to get the ceiling finished today, so that this evening I can go ahead and get all the walls painted. Well, I think I got the ceiling pretty good now. I'm not going to try to say that it's perfect, but this popcorn is hard to deal with. But we're really anxious to get these walls painted. So hopefully tonight this ceiling will be dry enough to where I can mask it off so we can go ahead and get these walls done. And we did the trim sections yesterday, so these parts here are already nice and dry for me. Well, we have got the hole cut out now. So our two containers have become one. Sort of. Pretty stinking cool. We just got this 10-foot bench built. Got a little stain on it, and probably put some plywood down on the bottom there, like a table. And or a shelf rather, for the bottom. And then the top, we kind of left a lot of it unstained because we're going to get a metal, well, it's actually getting broke, some sheet metal that we're going to get to make the tabletop, because this is going to be for my rebuild bench for transmissions and whatnot. This is my other project that I have going on concurrently with all my others, is an old snapper, what do they call it, a yard cruiser, 0-turn mower. I stripped it all down and to nuts and bolts and made a list of everything that was worn out or needed replacing for the most part, and threw some quick paint on it. It's not very good, but went ahead and did that, and I'm in the process of getting it put back together, so that's going to be pretty cool. This is my other project, is this patio boat. It's a 20-footer, and I've got the front benches off of it already, and some of the railing. I've got to get the back parts off of it and the console. I've been working on the wiring. And yeah, so this is going to be a fun project. I think we're going to try to just get rid of it. Just sell it and get rid of it. So the plan is I'm going to, strip it all the way down, get all this nasty carpet and crap off of it. But this is good marine plywood, and most of it's beat up pretty good, but it's 5/8 plywood, so I'm going to use a couple sheets of that that's probably what I'm going to end up using to make the bottom shelf for my 10-foot bench. And here's all the tires that I've been doing. Of course, this is kind of a mess in here, but this has been where I've been spending a lot of my time, is my tire room. Went ahead and got a tire changer and a tire balancer, both from Twin Bush. They're a good company. I'm liking them so much so far. And got a couple welders sitting out here. This I just came up with the other day. This is a homemade bead seating tank, or a cheetah tank. It works pretty slick. There's an air compressor. I took the compressor off and welded on this nipple of pipe here, and then spun on this ball valve. Just welded it into the tank there. I mean, you're really not supposed to do that, I know, but sometimes you can't always do what you're supposed to. Then this is our homemade air compressor, which we're pretty proud of. This is a 100-gallon propane bottle, a propane tank that we had from our family's propane business. We just threw some cheap paint on that, actually rust sealer is all it was, and bought the motor and wired it all up. And we had the tank propane bottle, and we had the compressor. We had to buy the mower, but everything else is basically pretty much homemade. I used some hot tub tubing there, or non-metallic watertight conduit, I guess is what you're supposed to call that. And I got some not quite up to code wiring going on out here, as you can see, but my LED lights, I'm pretty happy with that. This is my smaller cheetah tank that I built earlier. I use that most of the time. I just built this 12-gallon one for doing other things, and I'm pretty happy with this tire changer. It works pretty slick, so that's been taking up some of my time as well. Here's a couple more of my other projects. I think the magneto is bad in this mower. I'm trying to get it running just to use as a little putt-putt around, and this is our good mower. It's a old Craftsman riding lawnmower. It's been a really handy little beast, but I tried to load it up in the back of my pickup, and oh man, it did not turn out well. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I didn't get a video of me doing it, but there's lots of good videos of other people doing it. I'll throw one in there. And this is an old Kubota 7100 four-wheel drive. The cool little tractor with a bucket, and it needs a lot of work done on it. I'm going to try to get it all sealed up. Got quite a few leaks, and the seat's kind of all screwed up on it. Might take it down to parts and paint it. I'm not sure, but that's got to go back up to Idaho sometime soon. And this out here is where we're leveling out for our shop here pretty quick. We're going to have a shop out here, so that's going to be more of our automotive working area, and then inside the 2 containers bolted together is where I'm planning on doing my transmission work and all of my bench work and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is my projects that I have going on at the time. It's just an update on this room here. I ended up getting all the ceilings done, the ceiling and the walls, and basically got it all painted today, so got a little masking tape to take off still. And I wasn't super thrilled with my masking on the ceiling, but it's gonna work. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'd like everything to be perfect that I do, but it turned out all right. I really like the colors. It's going to match the flooring that we're putting in here really good. We're putting in some laminate. Well, it's not laminate, it's vinyl. Kind of faux hardwood vinyl stuff. It's pretty neat. And I'm trying to get these ridges ground down that are on the floor, and that's going to be a whole other project. It's actually really, really dusty in here right now from running that grinder, so gonna have to clear out. You can kind of see the haze in here. Ugh. But hopefully by the end of the week I can have this flooring down in here, but we're gonna have a busy week. It's Sunday now, so hopefully by the end of this week it'll be ready to go. Here's our little calf. A little heifer. She was just born yesterday. A cute little sucker. Hey, little girl. These are our Dexter cattle. We like them small. That's Mama right there. She says, "What are you doing? What are you doing to the baby?" Hi, baby.